Hi everyone, we are going to discuss the functions in this video. A function is a block of organized and reusable program code that performs a single, specific, and well-defined task. The code of one function is completely insulated from the codes of the other function. In Python, we can define a function using the def keyword, followed by the function name and parentheses. We can also specify parameters or arguments inside the parentheses if the function needs input values. The function body is indented below the function definition. For example, we create a function named greeting, which requires a string input of name. And when called, it prints a specific message saying, "Hi," followed by the name, and "Welcome to Jumanji." This is helping us in avoiding the repetitive use of this print action in our code. Instead, whenever we need it, we can simply call this function. To call a function, we simply use the function name followed by parentheses. If the function requires input values, we provide them within parentheses like this one, where we are specifying the name. Functions can also return values using the return statement. We can return one or multiple values from a function. Let's create a function which should output the square of any input value. So, after defining the function, we will use the return statement followed by the desired output. And when called, this returns the desired value. For example, if we call this function with input parameter as 5, it will return the square of it, which is 25. Now in the above example, the function takes only one argument every time it is called. But what if we have a situation where we need to input varying number of arguments? For example, say we wish to create a function which will add any number of arguments. To do that, we use the special symbols single asterisk or double asterisk. The single asterisks are used for non-key worded arguments, unlike the double asterisks, which are used for keyword arguments. So, while creating the desired function to add variable numbers of arguments, we can write in the parentheses *args like this, and then call the built-in sum function in the return statement. Now, on calling this function and providing it any number of arguments, it adds them all and outputs the result. Python also supports the creation of anonymous functions, that is, functions that are not bound to a name, using the lambda keyword. These lambda functions can take any number of arguments, but they can only have one expression. They are often used as a quick way to create small, one-time use functions without needing to define a separate named function. For example, say we want a function that multiplies three numbers. So instead of creating a complete separate function, we create a lambda function with three arguments, x, y, and z, and then assign the desired expression, separated by colon. This way we have created a multiply function. Now, we can call it and assign any three arguments, say, 3, 4, and 5. And here it returned us the multiplication of these three arguments as we desired. Talking about the need of functions, they are useful for dividing the program into separate well-defined functions allows each function to be written and tested separately. Understanding, coding, and testing multiple separate functions are far easier. Large program becomes messy and reduces the system performance, and code reusability. That's it with the function in this video. Now go ahead and try creating functions of your own for different tasks. You can always drop your opinions or queries related to the video in comment section below. Once again, like, subscribe, share, and support. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye.